In a revelation that feels like the emotional climax of a long unfolding drama, Deborra-Lee Furness has finally broken her silence on what she calls a profound wound following her divorce from global superstar Hugh Jackman. After nearly 3 decades of marriage, the Australian actress, producer, and philanthropist is opening up about the heartbreak, betrayal, and the spiritual lessons that emerged from the ashes of one of Hollywood's most iconic love stories. And she's not holding back. The 69-year-old spoke publicly for the first time since her marriage ended, sharing a deeply reflective and emotional statement that gives fans a rare look into the private pain behind the carefully curated public image of the Jackman-Furness union. My heart and compassion goes out to everyone who has traversed the traumatic journey of betrayal, Furness said in a statement first reported by the Daily Mail and People on May 27th. After 27 years together, Hugh and Deborra-Lee's love story, once hailed as a gold standard in celebrity marriage, came to an unexpected and painful end in 2023. The former couple, who tied the knot back in 1996 before red carpets and Marvel blockbusters, weathered the highs and lows of fame together. But behind the scenes, something fractured. Furness described their split as nothing short of soul-rattling. It's a profound wound that cuts deep, she admitted, her words echoing the heartbreak that so many feel, but few articulate so openly. Yet, through the storm, Deborra-Lee's message is one of healing, not hatred. Her voice trembles not with bitterness, but with hard-won wisdom. A believer in higher purpose, she leaned into faith in the universe to help make sense of the chaos that followed the end of her marriage to the Deadpool and Wolverine star. I believe in a higher power and that God, the universe, whatever you relate to as your guidance, is always working for us, she said. Let that sink in. A woman blindsided by betrayal, who could have easily chosen vengeance, instead found spiritual growth and grace in the ruins. This belief has helped me navigate the breakdown of an almost 3-decade marriage, she continued. Even when we are presented with apparent adversity, it is leading us to our greatest good, our true purpose. And then came the real kicker, the wisdom drop that can only come from walking through fire and coming out the other side. It can hurt, but in the long run, returning to yourself and living within your own integrity, values, and boundaries is liberation and freedom. In a world obsessed with gossip and blame, Deborra-Lee offers something rare, clarity. The one thing she's learned, she says, is that none of this was ever really personal. We are all on our individual journeys, and I believe that the relationships in our lives are not random, she explained. We are drawn to people, to learn our lessons and to recognize and heal the broken parts of ourselves. In the end, Furness closed her statement with something many wouldn't expect. Gratitude. I remain grateful, she concluded. It's a perspective few could carry with such grace, especially as tabloids swirl with photos of Hugh Jackman's recent public outings, most notably with the Music Man co-star Sutton Foster. In January 2025, Jackman, 56, was spotted holding hands with Foster, 50, during what appeared to be a cozy, laughter-filled dinner date in Santa Monica, California. The pair, who starred together in the Broadway revival of The Music Man, looked completely at ease, sparking questions about how soon Jackman had moved on. And then came the twist. Foster herself had recently filed for divorce from her husband, screenwriter Ted Griffin, in October 2024 after a decade of marriage. Fuel? 2? The fire. Fans were quick to speculate whether the stage chemistry between Jackman and Foster had bled into real life. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the optics are impossible to ignore. But if Deborra-Lee Furness's story tells us anything, it's that pain doesn't have to end you. Sometimes it sets you free. In the end, this isn't just about a celebrity divorce. It's about resilience. It's about choosing grace over gossip. And most of all, it's about a woman who dared to speak her truth, even when it hurt. So while the world watches Hugh Jackman step into a new chapter, maybe with a new leading lady, Deborra-Lee is doing the same. only hers is a little less flashy and a lot more fearless. One thing is certain, she's not just Hugh Jackman's ex-wife, she's a survivor, a sage, and an icon in her own right.